Hi everyone, welcome to part 3 of making a comic in 21 days. In this video we're going to turn our story into thumbnail drawings of each comic book page. Here's our story arc from the previous video, and I've already made a decision here about the format of the comic book. It really helps at this point to have a grid drawn on our pages so we have a rough template for our thumbnails. As I'll be drawing the rest of the comic myself, these thumbnails can be super rough, just enough to give me a reminder of what I want in each panel. Now we're all set up, we can start drawing. For our first panel I wanted a title card, so I'm going to leave this one blank for now. Our second panel is to establish the ordinary world. So here we can see a traffic jam in a city, and it gives us lots of clues about the world the heroes live in. From the look of the cars and the buildings, the reader can see that the world's not too different to their own. Our third panel gives us the first look at our heroes, currently in their regular clothes, chatting about the fact that they need to get Mum a birthday present. This introduces the reader to our problem. In panel 4, our heroes make the decision to get off the bridge and find Mum a present. This becomes our call to action. The remaining 4 panels on the page now become our point of no return, where the heroes transform their vehicle into a super vehicle and put on their superhero costumes. Page 1's now done, and we're 3 steps into our story arc. To start page 2, I want the readers to get more of an understanding of our characters, as well as a bit of an exciting driving sequence. We see our car smash off the bridge and crash its way through the city, giving us an understanding of our characters' cavalier attitude to traffic safety. To build suspense, panel 5 and 6 show our characters in shock, teasing the reader about what's going to come next. What is it that our characters have seen? This sets us up nicely for the last panel on our page, which introduces our villain, a ginormous houseplant causing havoc on a construction site. This cliffhanger takes us nicely onto page 3, where our heroes show us what the superpowered Powermobile is capable of, setting the plant on fire and kicking off our first battle. The last few panels of page 3 are also the midpoint for our story. Our heroes take stock of the situation, understand they can't beat the plant by force alone, and have the idea to leverage the crane. This brings us on to page 4, and we're building the suspense as we build up to our second battle, where the battle here is one of our characters clambering up the crane, narrowly avoiding the plant's thrashing vines, while our second hero tries to distract the plant. This brings us to plot point number 7, when things go bad. Our second hero has been grabbed by one of the vines and is dangling precariously over the open mouth of the overgrown plant. Our first hero, now at the controls of the crane, kicks off the final battle by swinging the crane into action, pulling the plant's roots out the river and allowing our second hero to drop to safety. Our final panel of the page shows our heroes discussing an idea for their mum's birthday present. Now onto the final page where our heroes sail off to the base, setting up our final plot point of everything going back to normal. Back on base, we meet Mum, and our heroes hand over their mystery gift, a tiny plant that looks incredibly similar to the one they just defeated. Everybody laughs, and the world is back to normal. And this completes our thumbnails. You may have noticed some of the thumbnails are more rough than others, and that's because these thumbnails only need to remind me of the idea of each panel. In the next video in this series, we'll be taking these thumbnails and refining them, inking them, and colouring them. So, join us next time for the last part of making a comic in 21 days.